In the aftermath of the Pahalgam attack, the government of India took certain measures. A lot of them, their reason or their rationale is questionable. For example, one of them is that all Pakistani citizens who were in India at that time were asked to go back. And these included people who were here on, for their medical treatment. Apparently, a large number of Pakistanis come to India for getting medical treatment. Now, of course, there are people from other countries also coming, including the developed countries, because it is affordable here, good quality healthcare treatment. And then the worst hit were the families in which there are members of both nationalities. So people married across the border. So there was case of this family where 18 months child was separated from mother because they happened to have different nationalities. So wives and husbands were separated. Parents and children were separated. And if you think about it, this kind of human tragedy, where you are asking families to be separated, family members to be separated, is very inhuman and very, very insensitive. And the question is, why should common people, just because they happen to have relatives on both sides of the border, why should they be subjected for punishment for something which the terrorists did in Pahalgam? Instead of going after the terrorists, instead of identifying them, instead of questioning the security apparatus, instead of questioning its own intelligence for the failure because of which such a big incident could happen. The biggest question of all is, why was there no security in Pahalgam, in this Baisran valley where the killings took place? The terrorists, just imagine, terrorists had time to ask the names and of each tourist, essentially, so that they can be identified with their religion, and they were getting killed. I mean, terrorists had so much time. They were in no hurry. They did not just indiscriminately kill everybody. They separated men from women, and then asked their names and then killed them. So they had all the time in the world to carry out their operation. And for 20 minutes, it is said that this spree of killings took place, and there was no security. Nobody arrived to save the tourists. So this is a big failure of the government of India. And instead of trying to investigate and find how it happened, how terrorists crossed the border and were able to walk through the jungles for about 300 kilometers to reach this place. How come Jammu and Kashmir, which has about 7 lakh security personnel, probably per capita security is the highest in Jammu and Kashmir, anywhere in the world, then how come the region was left uncovered? How was it that these people were able to walk into the state 300 kilometers and reach this point? These are important questions which are left unanswered, but the government of India has chosen the common people who are married across the border and is punishing them by stopping the water of the Indus River. It is denying water to the common citizens of Pakistan who have nothing to do with this terrorist operation. And very rightly, the Bharatiya Kisan Union leader has questioned this measure because it is essentially going to deny the Pakistani farmers the water which they need to irrigate their fields, who in turn will be feeding the population of Pakistan. So the common people in India and Pakistan who have nothing to do with this terrorist operation, or even the politics of religious, communalism, the two-nation theory and all that, which the Pakistani general highlighted in his speech just before the Pahalgam attack, who are least bothered about this politics, who just want to live peacefully, who want to live with their family members peacefully, whether they are from India or Pakistan. It doesn't matter to them, this divide. They want to earn their living, they want to feed their families and live peacefully in their communities. Such ordinary people have been targeted, by the governments on both sides, because the Pakistani government also responded in the same manner and cancelled the visas of all Indians who were inside Pakistan, and it so happened that more number of Indians had to come back than Pakistanis were sent back. And the worst of all was, everybody is saying that Kashmiris should not be alienated, because this is an attack which has affected the Kashmiris the most, because the attack on Pahalgam has now deterred other tourists from visiting Jammu and Kashmir, and so many people in Jammu and Kashmir, the taxi operators, the hoteliers, the people who run restaurants and provide other kind of services like pony ride and others essentially connected with tourism industry, their livelihood has been severely impacted, and that too at the beginning of the tourist season. So Kashmiris have been affected adversely, and it is the same Kashmiris who are being made to pay a price for it. So Kashmiris in Himachal Pradesh, in Uttaranchal and other states of India, they are being targeted. People from Kashmir who come to sell shawls and carpets and dry fruits, such ordinary people who, just because they don't have any source of livelihood in their own state, come to other states, and this is very natural. People from one part of the country go to, laborers from Bihar and UP go to other states in India and even to other countries. So this is quite a common phenomena, that people migrate to find job, to find livelihood, and such common people are being targeted. So it is not reasonable for either the government to take actions which affect the common people, for both the governments on either side of the border, and nor is it wise for the common citizens of India anywhere in any state to target the Kashmiris. On the other hand, there was an online meeting held by the Socialist Party in which 4 Kashmiri friends spoke, and each one of them was pained by these incidents which are happening, where they are being targeted and seen as the culprit, whereas they are the ones who have suffered the most. So it is the responsibility of Indian citizens in other states to ensure that if Kashmiris are visiting their state for the purpose of earning their livelihood and they are doing some small business, they should be given protection. They should be given protection by the state governments and the police where they have gone to carry out their business, and also by the common people. This is the only way in which we can express solidarity with the people of Jammu and Kashmir in this hour of crisis. Of course, people who can go there, they should continue going there, so that we should not let the motive of the people who were behind the terrorist attack in Pahalgam to affect the normal life in Kashmir. So if the normal life continues, if people keep going to Jammu and Kashmir for tourism and other purposes, it would foil the attempts by whoever it is, who doesn't want peace in Kashmir and who wants to spoil the relationships between India and Pakistan. So we hope that common people of Kashmir, common people of India and common people of Pakistan will join hands and will ensure that peace and an atmosphere of amity and friendship prevails and people are able to live peacefully and ensure that communal harmony prevails. Thank you.